Yo, what's your button on? Miss Shroud, we're back here again. Today I'm just trying to start a podcast off. So I'm gonna call this podcast Red Card Penalty Podcast. I might change the name later on, but it's just pretty much like a start off, just to get the ground running and shit like that. Like the reason why I call it Red Card Penalty because I'm a soccer fan. Red card is like there's a yellow card, there's a red card. Yellow card is a warning, and red card you're ejected from the game. And penalty is you have a free chance at the goal. The only thing stopping you is the goalkeeper between you and the post. So that's why I call it the Red Card Penalty Podcast. So pretty much, I'm gonna start off like this. I'm gonna start off with Bill Burr. Like Bill Burr SNL monologue was fantastic. Everybody was upset and I fucking loved it. He joked about how white females they hijacked the Me Too movement, the woke movement. Not the Me Too, they hijacked the woke movement and make it about them. And like the jokes were off the fucking chain and people were upset and I fucking love it. White women were upset. They were like, oh, on Twitter they were like, oh, how come a cis white male could say this? The LGBT were upset, like, oh, how can he say this? He's a straight white male, and I'm like laughing my ass off, like, cause people are not understand the comedy no more. All they want to talk about is, oh, this is serious. You can't do this. You can't do that. But it's fucking comedy. Like, yo, get with the fucking program, yo. Like, you can't laugh at it. Just walk away. Then, like, it sound like a you problem. If you're not laughing at it, it sound like a you problem. That's how I look at it. It's a fucking joke. So take it however you want it. Next up, like what I have here, like I have a list here, like what I wanted to talk about since last week. I'm gonna be recording every Monday because I don't work on Monday, so I can just record on Monday and just upload that shit. Right now I'm recording this at 4 p.m. and the next shit is Tory Lane charged for Meg Thee Stallion murder. But not murder. Tory Lane's being charged for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. He might get possibly 22 years. Also, I'm doing this shit on one take. I'm not going back and edit none of this shit. This shit is one take and one take only. So pretty much, Megan said like, "Yo, Turlin shot me in my foot," right? Turlin said he was gonna call on September, I think 29th or 28th. He said, "Turlin like, yo, I'm gonna go on Instagram." Because at the time during coronavirus, he had the whole Instagram popping, as in Instagram stock went up. I haven't bought in that. So he was like, yo, he's gonna say something on Instagram. I'm like, all right, cool. Time comes to say something. This man dropped the album. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing dropping the album? You didn't even bother defending yourself. My thing is this. If somebody say I shot them in the foot, immediately I'm coming out like, yo, I did not shoot that person in the foot, get the fuck out of here, all that shit to defend myself. But somebody say you shot them in the foot and you drop an album. Like, you legit just drop an album. Like, get over there, address the situation. Don't address the shit in the song. Come out and come out and say like, yo, I did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Fuck, like defend yourself, but you don't by defending yourself. You drop the album and thinking everything's all cool. Like, nah, that shit don't work like that. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. It's like yo, in the song, in one of the songs, like yo, how you get shot in the tendon, like how you get shot in the feet and no tendon got hit, no tendons got hit. I'm like, nigga, that's not the fucking point. This how like you make yourself look mad guilty, like you never bother defending yourself. So that's why I believe Tory shot fucking Megan because he didn't bother defending fuck himself. So pretty much after that whole situation, he's finally being charged and he might get up to 22 years according to TMZ. Let's see, we're gonna fast forward to a fucking sports section. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of sports here. Fucking Manchester United is my favorite team and shit. They have no like DOF, like somebody that officiate the fucking football department. Cause the one we have right now is fucking Ed Woodward is doing a useless job on my fucking club, and I do not fucking like that at all. I do not like that at all because you supposed to just do some certain amount of signings and you do not even fucking do that. As in, you do no director of football. As in, you supposed to sign some fucking play, but you ain't sign it. Now, Ole's gonna lose his job this year. Like, it's looking like that way. Like, Ole's gonna end up losing his job, and we're not signing Sancho. That's what's gonna happen. Like, pretty much, like that's pretty much wrapped up my fucking Manchester United, my favorite club in that shit. Let's see any other fucking news that I missed. Sports news. Dak snapped his ankle on Sunday. Like that shit looking real bad, but they said the surgery successful. For thank God for that. Also, the Cowboys are fucking happy this happened because he didn't want to play at all until they pay him his money. He don't want to practice or nothing until they pay him his money. And they delayed that shit, and he went out there and played, and all of a sudden now he has an injury on his foot. Not the amount that he won, that big bag that he won, he's not gonna get it because they're not gonna sign it for him. They're like, why should we sign you after you when you're injury prone? Like you're injury prone. Why should we sign you? Is what the conscience is gonna say. And that shit is fucked up. Like it's really dead ass fucked up. Like they didn't pay him like what he wanted earlier. Let's see, what else did I miss? Fucking sports. What I have in sports? Oh, the Lakers finally won 4-2. They beat the Miami Heat. My thing is, Jimmy Butler is a fucking leader. Jimmy Butler is a fucking leader. Nigga, Jimmy Butler is he's a fucking leader. Like he's going play. Like he's gonna go down in history. He's gonna go down in history like one of I'd say like he's gonna go down in history like Charles Barkley if he doesn't win a title. Like he's a fucking leader. Like they took two games from the strong Lakers. The Lakers had like a Lakers won 4-1, and I think the Miami Heat won 4-2, I believe, during their route to the finals. I'm not 100% sure. I believe who did they play against? Miami Heat. Look that up real quick because they 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 were like, yo, we're not gonna get knocked out like that, and they willpower their way into the finals against Miami Heat, and that show was freaking amazing. Like I commend them for that. I commend them for that. Like they had a 20-year-old fucking rookie and Tyler Hero just balling. Like I could see like to tell you the truth though, like I could see Miami Heat like just get another player and just let them go on. Cause at first people were like, yo, Jim Butler's a problem. Everybody was like, yo, Jim Butler, maybe he's a problem because he went to Minnesota. What other team did he go to? I forgot. Let me look at this real quick. Jimmy Butler. He was in Minnesota. I know he was in the Sixers. I think he was in the Bulls as well. He was in the Bulls as well. Yeah, he was in the Bulls. Oh, he started off in the Bulls. Went to Timberwolves, then to Sixers. They went to Miami Heat. They said, oh, Jimmy Butler fall, blah blah blah, this and that. But when that time come up, that fucking playoff time, he balled his ass off. Like he pretty much looked like a leader there because people were like, oh, maybe Jimmy's the problem. Jimmy this, Jimmy that, and Jimmy went out there and just showed them like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Y'all gonna do what I say, cause y'all wanna win, y'all gonna listen to me, and that's what happened. Like everybody was just like, wow, he just went off. He just wanted the whole playoff. Like he will power his team into the fucking playoff, and I fucking appreciate that from him, man. Like it's fucking amazing. It's like God bless Jimmy Butler. I could see him going on. Also, that game five though, LeBron James supposed to take the last shot. I don't care what nobody fucking says. Like he made a good basketball play. Fuck that. Fuck. I don't give a fuck about good basketball play. Make the winning play. The good play and winning play are two different things. You look at players like, what did I have? You look at players like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Those are the only top two of my bet. Like game is on the line. They're taking the shot 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, they're taking the fucking shot. There's even a clip up here, or Michael Jordan saying like, "Yo," somebody asked him like, "Yo, the game to the line. Who took the last shot?" Michael Jordan says, "Me." Like, like, are you serious? Like, nobody took the last shot but me. And I expect LeBron to do that. Like, LeBron gotta be a killer. Go out there, take the last shot, take the winning shot. You can't be making good basketball play. Okay, he made a good basketball play. He passed to Danny Green. Danny Green shot the fucking ball and missed. Danny Green's been missing this whole playoff. I don't know. Maybe he had that fucking playoff P disease, you know? He's been missing this whole fucking time. Markieff Morris got the rebound. He's supposed to pass it out. He passed a fucking. He threw the ball out of bounds. He wanted to pass Anthony Davis, but he threw the ball out of bounds. Like, yo, LeBron gotta make those shots. Like, look at it. Like, game on the line. I'm shooting this. You gotta be like that. Like, I'm fucking inevitable. This ball is getting shot by me, and you have no trouble to stop me or get out of my way. But I'm shooting this, and that's what LeBron gotta be doing. But he did not do that at all, and they had to go to a game six. They won the game six though, but still though, shoot the fucking ball, my guy. Let me see what other news. The Big E and New Day they split up in the WWE. Like I don't know why WWE. I don't know why Vince would want to do that. He split up Big E and the New Day. Like I know they're trying to get him a solo push, but you're not gonna get a solo push over Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns is the big dog. You're not. They're not gonna solo push him over Roman Reigns. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna shut that down right there. Let's see. Let me see other sports news that I want to talk about. They need baseball needs steroids. This shit is just that fucking simple. That shit is trash without steroids. Bring back steroids into baseball. Like it's simple though. Just do it. Just do it. It's boring now. Bring back steroids and let us have fun. Let me see the deck. Let's see Big E, NFL. People using Quiver pickup lines and Quiver like cinema. Like that whole shit is fucking shenanigans. Now I'm gonna talk about gaming news right here. First of all, we're gonna talk about let me see, Cyberpunk 2077 crunch time. As in, they said they have crunch time, and people were like, "Oh, how can you give them crunch time and stuff like that?" The crunch time they got was allegedly 6 extra days. As in, like, yo, shut the fuck up and let them do the crunch time. Let them work how they're supposed to be working. Stop trying to fucking cap for them and tell like, "Oh, they shouldn't do all this crunch time." Maybe they need the fucking crunch time. Maybe that's what they fucking need. They need the crunch time. So shut the fuck up and let them crunch how they want to crunch. So pretty much crunch time, people were complaining and crying. There was something going on with Jason Schreier, one of the old writer for Kotaku, and I think Paris, because he got something from Cyberpunk team. So they're pretty much going back and forth. It was a whole shenanigans, but I don't give a fuck. If they want to crunch time, let them crunch time. Let's get the fucking game done and let that shit flourish. Let me see what else we're gonna talk about. Let me say soccer, Euro Nation group stages. Let's talk about that. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna stick to gaming. Fucking PS5 and Xbox backwards compatibility. Now there's a whole fucking debacle on fucking. Before we go to backward compatibility, we're gonna go to fucking storage space. In PS5, they did the whole. They showed like a 20 minutes video breakdown of the PS5, I believe. PS5, oh, this was PS5 teardown. They did a whole 7 minutes teardown. So pretty much the spinning back piece of the PS5, they showed that you need a coin screw and a screwdriver. So put in to screw other things out and put in the SSD drive. And people were complaining like, "Oh, why you gotta do the screwdriver, this and that?" I'm like, yo, if y'all know how to use a screwdriver, that's y'all fucking problem because y'all want the SSD. So shut the fuck up and let this shit play, man. Xbox to Xbox SSD, like that shit like $300. My thing is this, yo, like you do not need all that storage spaces. People are like, yo, you need a storage space because you need to play, because you need to have all games you want to play offline and stuff like that. I'm like, dog, you do not need all that storage space at all. That shit is dumb. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. No reason for all the storage space. Like, for example, I have my still base PS5. No SSD installed at all. Like, nothing. Like, nothing installed at all. So I have the base thing. I do not need a storage drive. What do I need a storage drive for? If I beat a game, I delete the game. If I want to replay the game, I re-download the game to play the DLC. And I beat the DLC, I delete the game. There's only 2 games that's on my console that I've been playing so far. That is Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 and what the other one? Pro Evolution Soccer 2021 update. I have Neo installed because Neo 2 installed because the new DLC is about to come out. And I have what's this popular game? I have Marvel's Avengers. I'm making another video on that Marvel's Avengers, what they could do to fix it and buff up the game. And those are the like only games that I have installed. I have some other games installed, but they don't take a whole factor. Now, if I want to start a brand new game, I gotta delete something. Like I'm just gonna delete something and reinstall it back. But people are gonna get a whole big deal like, oh, I don't want to delete, I don't want to install. That sounds like a you problem again. Sound like a you problem. I don't give a fuck about the storage space. So let the game run fast. PS5 brought a list of games that have the backward compatibility, and they brought. They said that all games are backward compatibility, and that if a game want to cross save, that is up to those people. That's up to the developer for cross save. So I'm like, okay. So you tell us what we can and can't do, and what the developer has, what the developer can and can't do as well. They said certain amount of games are not cross-player. I forgot. I'm trying to find the list of games. Can't find it. It was on their website. Like a few other games were preloaded. No, that's not it. I'm trying to find the. There's the link. but they had a list of games that are not backward compatibility. They say a majority of games backward compatibility. The all I have is not. The list of games that are not that only playable on the PS4 is DWVR. I don't know what that is. Afro Samurai, TT Isle of Man, Just Deal With It, Shadow Complex, Robinson the Journey, We Sing, Hitman Go, Definitive Edition, Shadowwind, and Joe's Diner. Those games I will never play that game. Those lists of games. Like I'm just telling you right off the bat. Those lists of games I'm not touching that shit at all. So I'm not fucking bothered with that shit. I don't know why I looked at that. But I said the rest of the game they're able to boost them to play PS to play on the PS5. Even when the Ghost of Tsushima, you say that's going to be boosted 60 to play on the PS5, and your save carry over. But not all games have carry over, like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, the Spider-Man base game to the Miles Morales does not carry over. But they said that that was a brand new game that they add new trophy. I believe new mission as well. They gotta add new mission because they're not lowering the price at all, and they said that's gonna sell for something with the Miles Morales edition. So I'm gonna get that again, and they say the trophy is different. So that's another easy platinum that I'll be aiming for at when that generation start, when November 12th come around, because that should come out a month away from now, and I have my pre-order ready. And let's see what the gaming news. Genshin Impact, the free to play game that people claim. That shit's a fucking gotcha game. That shit made $100 million in 2 weeks. A free to play game made $100 million in 2 weeks. Like I'm not playing. Like I know that's a game that if I play, I'm gonna start spending money on, and I'm gonna regret it. I already have one that I'm playing right, a gotcha game, which is Marvel Strike Force. That's on mobile, and you also BlueStack. If you play on BlueStack on console on PC, that's the only one I'm playing right now, and I'm not going to other new ones. And let me see. I talk about Cyberpunk current time. Oh, GameStop being bought by Microsoft. That's a huge deal. Like, I could see what's gonna happen now. Microsoft bought shares in GameStop, pretty much saved GameStop. What's gonna happen now is Microsoft is gonna start selling PC stuff. If this is my prediction, Microsoft is gonna sell PC stuff. Because if Microsoft starts selling PC stuff, people gonna go and people pretty much GameStop is gonna be like a Micro Center. That's how I see it. And I hope it does. Because if that happens, oh my, I could see big things happening if that happens. Like pretty much, you could go to GameStop to either buy games or buy PC stuff. You could you could buy like a tablet, Microsoft tablet, Microsoft computer, Microsoft laptop, Microsoft Office, and all that stuff. Gonna be sold in GameStop. So I could see this being a big. I could see this working out very well for both for both people. But that's not like imagine that shit like you know how the Apple Store is. Like imagine if you go to a GameStop and if you go to a GameStop, the GameStop looking like a Microsoft store. GameStop is a Microsoft store. That's what it looks like. Let me see other gaming news. Let's see what I have here. Nothing. No gaming news. The music that I listen to right now is. Let me talk about music here. The music I listen to is Savage Mode 2. I listen to Trey Song album and I listen to Big Sean album. I like Big Sean album a lot. Trey Song album is really good. Although that some the girl she said something on the No Jumper podcast that Trey Song pissed on her and all that stuff. I ain't, I don't believe that shit. First of all, I believe only all black women. That's the only people I believe in. I love black women. So pretty much with themselves, what else do we have here? Trey Song album. That's Big Sean album is really good. Savage Mode 2. Oh, that's the album I've been playing on repeat. Well, also with the Morgan Freeman voicing it in between songs. Oh, it's beautiful. Like that's an album I cannot listen in shuffle. I have to listen to that album as is. I cannot listen to that shit in shuffle. If I listen to that shit in shuffle, that shit's gonna fuck me. Like it just has to be listened as it's played out from the beginning to the end. You cannot listen to that album in shuffle, which is fucking amazing. And let me see. Also some fucking this people I get the fucking red card to. I get the red card. When I say I get red card to people, like there's people that are fucking stupid and first. Like I don't understand the whole point. I give the red card to the fucking to the fucking United States fucking government. Whoever does not fucking care about human life, but cares more about pet life over human life. Like that shit makes no sense at all. Like those are the ones that I care most about more than anything. Because the story I'm about to tell you, like when I tell you this, you're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. Let me click this link properly and let me look. In Rock, two former officers in Rockland, Maine are faced charged with allegedly beating multiple porcupines to death while on duty. They were 27 and 30 years old. Like they are fired from the police department for facing charges for aggravated cruelty on animals. My whole point is they penetrated the porcupine and beat it to death, and one other officer recorded it. Officers are able to go to jail for being they're being fired and being charged with a crime for being a porcupine to death. But you're able to easily just kill a black human being and just laugh about it. And no, not laugh about it, as in go back. You're able to kill a human being and go back home with no punishment. That's the whole thing. Like this officer just killing people, no punishment at all. But when it comes to a porcupine, they're like, "Oh no, we gotta punish you for this." When it comes to this animal, people, I think people in America care more about animals than they do about people. It just fucking makes no sense to me. There's people here, and you're like, "Nah, I care less about that." Like, nah, I care about them, but not so much. I care, but not so much. But porcupine, oh no, that animal was peaceful. He wasn't doing nothing. So you're trying to tell me the guy that you killed wasn't peaceful at all? That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like to me like you telling me that he wasn't peaceful. But that porcupine, boy, was that porcupine peaceful. So I'm just gonna give the record to fucking that. And onto another serious note, like I'm from Nigeria. Like you my accent might come out once in a while. As how I'm to pronounce certain words because how I spelled that in my fucking head. Like I look at the word color and I spell that as a COLOUR, but that's just how fucking that's how it's look in my head. So that's how I pronounce it like that. It's about the hashtag and SARS. You can see that all over on Twitter, Instagram. You can see that on YouTube. It like Facebook. It's all over, but the news might not report it. Pretty much the SARS they're called Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Robbery Squad. And then they stop people. Their job is to stop and search certain people that look suspicious. The problem with that is anybody they're searching, stopping, killing, murdering, raping, extorting any civilian, any youth that looks like they have money. As in, if they look at you the way you dress, they would think like you do scamming, your 419 or your Yahoo boy. You could Google that. I'm not gonna explain that. They look at you and think that, oh, you dressing so flashy. How did you get all this money? It can't be right. We have to rob you. We have to extort you, harm you, or kill you. It's what they're doing to the. It's what they're doing to my people in Nigeria right now. As in, this thing is corrupt to the top. That's the whole. Like, and not just one person. It's corrupt all the way to the top. As in, let me explain this to you. As in, how the Nigerian government work. As in, you have they're being the police station authorities are being funded. The big authorities are supposed to give them the money, extorts the money to himself. So he doesn't give the money to the police station for them to do what they have to do or to pay them properly. So now what happened is the sergeant or chief lieutenant tells his people to patrol certain areas. Now, as they're going to patrol that certain areas, they're patrolling to extort money from the civilians that move around those areas. So now, as they get the money from those civilians, They take the money back to the sergeant. The sergeant takes his cut. The, the sergeant tell him like go there and make like 10K. The sergeant takes his cut like maybe like 8K and tell him to keep the remaining 2K. So now they're being paid. They're extorting the civilians for their money, and they're as in, there's stories of them locking people up and taking their money from them. They're locking people up like, oh, for you to get bail, you have to pay us 50K, 50,000, 50K. That's in like when I say 50K, I don't mean dollars. I mean like the Nigerian naira. So it's them like paying 50K just for their bonds, and you have to pay. Like sometimes they'll harm you, beat you. They rape the females because they don't pay them the money. Now it's looking like, oh, ain't there no camera? There's no justice. There is, but there's nothing to do about that. Like I just got news from my wife in Nigeria recently. Like I'm gonna read that on Twitter. I'm gonna read that. She just wrote to me on WhatsApp. She said they're protesting all over. She went to a shop to do hair because that's where she works at. She said that she had to close shop early because people were protesting, and the police shot 4 people today. 4 people died today, and 8 people died yesterday. So pretty much the police are shooting back at the civilians on a peaceful protest. And the president is not saying nothing. The governor of Lagos is not doing nothing. The governor of all the states are not doing nothing. All they're gonna do is say that, oh, we're gonna, as in they just put out, all they do is put out PR stunts like, oh, we're gonna end something, but they don't actually end it. They just let this shit fucking go, let the shit go and slide, and that shit makes no fucking sense at all. Like I do not see the common sense in that. So you pretty much you're harassing, extorting our people just to fill up your pocket and let every other person suffer. Like I do not see the sense in that at all. Like I don't see the sense in that. Like how can your job was to stop a robbery from happening, right? Then you don't stop the robbery from happening. Then your job to stop robbery. You look at somebody, they have a nice car. The way the way I look right now, to say because this my wife told me because I have a beard that I'm more likely to be stopped because I have a beard on me. So people with dreadlocks, they're stopping them and cutting off their dreadlocks. Like, is that shit making sense? Like the reason why this whole NSAS campaign started because I think when was that? I think 2019. No, 2020. It was 20. It was last. It was like last month. The police officer saw stop somebody. They shot him and took his car away. Where's the sense in that? What robbery are you stopping when you're doing all that? And every time they put out a PR statement like, "Oh, we end this. Oh, SARS is being disbanded. We end SARS today." Like those are PR stunts. And those are PR stunts. The police don't help people. Police do not help people at all. They harass the civilians that's supposed to help. And this has been happening constantly over and over and over again. So far, I do not see like South like rappers in Nigeria that say they've been tortured. They've been tortured. Then the police take them to the ATM. The police takes you to the ATM and tell you to pay us. Police take you to the ATM to withdraw money out. Why is the police telling you to withdraw money from your account? Does that make sense at all? You're supposed to protect the civilians, but you're not even protecting civilians. You are the one attacking the civilians. On this news, by they say on from July 27, 20 on July 27, 2020, an extensive editorial report was published by Sahara reporters on how the SARS, among other police units, profited 9.35 billion naira from roadblocks and extortion within 18 months. That's approximately $60 million that the police are extorting from civilians. Civilians just stopping them, take their money easily. Yeah, from Sahara reporters stopping people just to take their fucking money. Like, like it is, and it's the sad part is the president not saying nothing. He's being quiet in his wherever he is, always being sick. He's always being sick and he's quiet and he's not doing nothing about it. Corruption, corruption to the fullest, corruption to the fucking fullest. This like okay, let me just throw a little history here about Nigeria, about this Nigerian current president. He won presidential before in 1985. Was it 1985? No, I believe it was 1985. I might be wrong. He won presidency before, and somebody took that power from him. Somebody took the fucking power from him, from Buhari. So the Babangida took the power from him in 1985. Just took it from him like you're useless. You're doing nothing. And Babangida took the fucking power from him. And lo and behold, he got his fucking president again. In '03. In '03 he ran. He lost. To '07 he ran. I think he won that. No, he lost. Then he won 2011. He won 2011. I do not know why. I think he won 2011. No, he won 2015. He won 2019. So now he's gonna be in hot for like we don't know for the next 4 years. So pretty much from 2015, he's been in 2015. So 2019 he should be leaving. Like I do not know what gave them the fucking right. He was in there from 82 to 85, but Magida say you're useless and took the power from him. And now he's winning again. And now he's in again. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I want to go back home and people back at home are telling me not to come over. Like it's not safe here to come over. I don't know, man. That's about all. Peace. I'm getting upset again.